Hey Cancer, welcome to your love reading where we'll focus on calling in a healthy, loving, romantic relationship. We're going to start first by pulling a couple of oracle cards just to see what energy is surrounding you. And the first card that we have out for you is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. And let's pull another and see what other energies are surrounding my Cancer collective. What else is out there for my Cancers for their love reading? And what we have for you is Maywu, Mother Earth. You are called upon to help with environmentalism. So this is an interesting set of cards that came out for your overall energy. It almost feels as though there's a need for you to sort of cultivate and nurture the environment in which you are planting the seeds for a relationship. I think for a lot of you, you may have a very low tolerance level when it comes to people and some of the things that they do. And don't get me wrong, rightfully so for a lot of them. You should never ignore red flags. But I think that for a lot of you, past relationships have created this sort of environment that you are hypersensitive to anything. So where somebody might call you back in 10 minutes as opposed to 5 minutes, or respond to a text message in an hour as opposed to half an hour. It's like, you know what, I'm done with you. And so it almost feels as though there might be a situation where when it comes to dating, where it comes to getting to know people, that you cut them off super, super early instead of giving those seeds a chance to be planted and an opportunity for them to be nurtured. So I think that overall, between giving your relationship a chance and being Mother Earth, there's a need to be a little bit more open and nurturing to the prospect of a relationship. I just think for a lot of my Cancers out there that you have gotten so fed up and so tired of, dealing with people who aren't necessarily good, that you're in a place of, you know what, I don't even want to be bothered. And I'm going to show you that I don't want to be bothered, because if you even breathe wrong, I am dismissing you. And that's okay. But understand that if you do that, you might be missing out on someone who actually does have good intentions. They just may be a little bit awkward in the way that they show it. So again, I am not co-signing or encouraging you to stay with someone who is just 100% disrespectful or do things that don't make you feel comfortable or make you feel good. But, if it's a difference between calling you back in 5 versus 10 minutes, I don't necessarily know that that's a deal breaker. But let's get into some tarot and see what other messages that Spirit has for you. So starting off with something that you can work on to sort of help you attract a healthy relationship, we have the 9 of Cups in reverse. And so the 9 of Cups is really about emotional fulfillment within yourself. And I do feel like for a lot of you, there might be this sort of drive to be fulfilled by someone else. And that's not necessarily a healthy mindset to go into when it comes to a relationship. It's really focusing on being good with yourself first, and then allowing someone else to come in and sort of enhance that energy. So for those of you Cancers who are out there who are looking for someone to fill a void or to complete you, that might not be a good thing. And we also have the 10 of Swords in reverse to clarify. Now, the 10 of Swords, when it's upright, is really about being betrayed. It's about being stabbed in the back. There's a lot of disappointment that's associated with the 10 of Swords. So having it in reverse in terms of something that you might consider working on, it's getting to the root of why you may be holding on to some of these feelings, some of these betrayals that you've experienced in the past, and sort of linking them to people who actually haven't done anything to you yet. So I know that that's a lot easier said than done. And oftentimes the things that we go through, even though they suck, can be used as lessons, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to carry the energy of it wherever we go. So figuring out that healing process, being good within yourself, is going to go a long way in you being able to call in this relationship and being willing to nurture it at the same time. So as far as your perception of love, okay, we have two that flipped out for you. We have the Page of Wands and we have the 5 in reverse, and we also have the 5 of Coins. So the Page of Wands, when it's upright, it's a messenger card, right? It's someone who brings in a little bit of a sense of excitement. It's that feeling of newness. I'm not seeing, Cancer, that you have that excitement. It's almost as if when you think about relationships in general, or even being with one, there's either a very neutral or a very negative feeling that you have associated with it. And we have that clarified with the 5 of Coins, that feeling of lack, that feeling of being without something. And so when it comes to how you view love and how you feel about relationships, it's like it's this big hole of nothingness, right? Like, oh, there's nothing there for me. There's no one there, there's no one who's a good match for me. It feels very, very pessimistic. And I think you've gotten yourself to the point where you can't even get sort of super excited about that. Now, the best way for you to go about fixing that, we have the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands is very much a card of defensiveness, right? So I feel like pushing back against this narrative that love has to be hard, or that everyone's sort of out to get you, that there's no fit for you in this world, in this romantic world anyway, is something that you're going to have to sort of fight back against. It seems like it's been ingrained because of repeated experiences that you've had, but now is the time to sort of let that go. And we have it clarified by the 5 of Cups in reverse. So the 5 of Cups is my card of crying over spilled milk, right? It's sort of taking in all of the experiences that you've had in the past, but not really focusing on what's right in front of you or what could be. It's the card of not seeing the potentials that exist for you in this space. So I think for a lot of my Cancers, it's time to let go of some of this nasty energy that you've experienced and that you may have been holding on to for a while. Now, the best way for you to accept love into your life, we're starting out with the 2 of Wands in reverse. So the 2 of Wands is a card of making a decision. It's, you trying to figure out whether or not you sort of stay planted where you are, or if you get out there and explore what the world has to offer. And I think for my Cancers out there, that the world has a lot better things to offer you than what you've previously experienced. But it's going to be up to you whether or not you take that chance, whether or not you take that opportunity to explore what's around you. And we have that clarified by the 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands is, also a card about sort of, waiting for your ships to come in, right? Having that level of patience, giving your relationship a chance, creating an environment that can be nurtured and cultivated over time. This is very much a card of looking out and seeing what's out there and allowing it to come to you. There's not a ton of action that's required on your end. Cancer, I don't necessarily know that you're ready to sort of jump out there whole hog. But I think it's important for you to make this decision to be open and seeing what comes your way. And by open, I mean truly open, not saying, yeah, I want a relationship. But again, if you breathe wrong, you're done. Like, take the time to get to know people and see what they bring towards you. Now, why you're worthy of having this love, this romance in your life, we have the Fool. This is about someone who is open enough to take a chance to embark on a new journey. And I think that deep down that's what you want. You want to experience something new. You want to experience something that's happy, feeling the sun on your face, right? And the wind at your back, and moving forward without baggage. And it takes a little work for sure. But I think that once you get to that place, you're going to be better off in terms of your search. And we also have the Two of Coins in reverse. So the Two of Coins is a card of juggling, right? It can be about imbalance. And I think that you are starting to come out of that energy, that you are doing the work so that you're more in tune with your feelings, thinking about what it is that you want, and not necessarily having these sort of rapid swings, these knee-jerk reactions when it comes to engaging with other people. So you finding your happy place, you getting grounded, and then being willing to take a chance on love and relationships and getting to know people is enough. It's enough for you to call in good love. So, as far as the person that you're dealing with, so how you're going to find someone who's ready, willing, able to be in a relationship with you, we have the Ace of Swords. So, this is my truth-telling card. This is speaking truth to power. In you creating this new environment, I think that you're going to be a lot more honest with yourself, and you're going to be a lot more honest and open with the person that you deal with. There's a lot of thoughtfulness that's associated with this card. And I think that by the time this person comes to you with a Judgment in reverse, you're not going to be so quick to dismiss them. There's going to be something about them that draws you in, where you feel as though you can be open as far as your expectations, as far as your feelings. That's going to be reciprocated to you. So I think that you will know, because you will be more willing to give this person chances to be more open than you have with people in the past. So, no more like quick judgments, no more knee-jerk reactions, no more imbalanced. I think that you are going to feel very stable and very optimistic when this other person comes into you. So another message from Spirit that we have for you, we have, I love you. These are powerful words. So when it comes to your person that comes into you, I think that this is going to be, over a period of time, your overall sense of them, right? It's like, it feels like a very calm, very peaceful, loving relationship that's built on openness, willing to sort of nurture what you all are creating. It feels like a very different sort of environment than what it is you've been accustomed to in the past. And I think that you are going to allow yourself to be open enough to see what this person brings to you, right? It's consistency. It's like, well, if they call you back, in 10 minutes instead of 5, but they consistently call you back. They want to make sure that they're engaged. And I think that this is sort of at the core of your relationship. It's going to be consistency. And I think that that's what's going to make you sort of fall for this person. And they're willing to put in the work as long as you give them the chance. So that's what I got for my Cancer Collective. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one.